So I have been lucky enough to have ridden my bike all over the world. My first big tour was from Honduras to Boulder. I've ridden down both the east and west coast of the United States. I've ridden a cruiser bike across the United States, and currently I'm riding my good handy-dandy Doozer Cruiser once again across the United States. And I absolutely love bike touring because it's the most unique way to travel. You're going at 15 miles an hour, you're feeling the wind in your hair, you're meeting all sorts of friendly people, you're stopping in towns that you would never see if you're traveling by car or airplane, and it's really just, I think, the most unique way to connect with the country and the people. And you burn tons of calories a day, which means you can eat donuts all day long and you don't get fat.
My experience with bike touring. One, I have zero experience with biking except casual biking around the neighborhood. Ryan and I have been good friends for over a year now, and I know he's really an avid cyclist and enthusiastic about these long tour bike rides that he does. And you know, I love doing adventurous type things, and to me that's just one thing that I haven't done yet, and I was really eager to get on one of these trips. And a year ago I asked him if I could join him, and almost a year to the day he decided to do another one, and here I am with him.
I decided to do this tour because I was at home, I didn't have a whole lot going on, I was just thinking, you know what, I have some free time, I'm going to just get on my bike and ride it across the country. And it just goes to show you don't need to do a lot of in-depth planning or have a $10,000 bike to pull something like this off. All you need is time and enough money to buy beans and donuts, and you can ride your bike as far as you want to go. And I just love it. I mean, I went across the country a few years ago, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. And I feel the same way with this tour. I mean, it's a completely different route than I've taken before, but it's completely new experiences, and I love it.
Being on Out of the Wild, one, it teaches you to be dealing with harsh conditions, working with a team, kind of being uncomfortable, but yet still appreciating the nature of what you're doing, like the whole adventure aspect of it. And it's similar to this bike trip. You know, it's not always comfortable every day. It's not always easy to pedal. It's not always best weather, best terrain, but it's the overall adventure and what you're getting out of it outweighs all of that. And it's fun to you're just experiencing something you never experienced before, and that far outweighs all the discomforts of the trip. It actually makes the trip better as a whole in the end.
So I did the TV show Out of the Wild Venezuela. I was thrown into the jungle with 9 people. It was a survival show. I didn't eat food for about a month. Well, I ate bugs and lots of nasty things. And that show, you know, that experience really has allowed me to feel like I can do whatever I want on this planet and pull it off. That was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, physically and mentally. And that transfers to bike tours as well. There are a lot of days where it hurts, it's painful, you have headwind, your body's aching, but the human body can do amazing things as long as your mind stays in the game, stays balanced, and you stay positive. And so the experience with that Discovery show really transfers well into difficult physical activities such as riding your bike across the country. And there's some moments where I just want to stop and hide out and just not get on my bike, but you know what? Every day I just pedal, 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 and I know that good things are going to happen.
My advice to people that are thinking about riding across the country or any long distance bike tour is, one, get a bike that's fitted to you, or you know, fit your bike to yourself. That's important. 2, get used to riding and work out the kinks beforehand. Work out the stiff muscles, find out where your hot spots are, get your butt a little bit tougher, buy the right clothes, check the weather, make sure you get the right tires, you know, extra tubes, things like that. Just read up on it, just like anybody would do about anything that they should be getting into. Do your due diligence. Don't just go head over heels into it. Cycling is something everyone can do. However, when you decide to just depart from the home base and not come back, you need to make sure you got your ducks in a row. and it's working along good for me, but it's kind of a work in progress. I'm figuring things out as I go. Luckily, I'm an adaptable person. I can kind of adapt on the fly. But yeah, that's my advice.
I am 32 years old and I don't drive a car. I actually just recently, for the first time in my life, got a driver's license. I had to do it for some job, but that does not mean I know how to drive a car. I barely passed the test. And the reason why I've chosen a life of biking is because A, it's great for my health, it's great for the environment, and it's fun. And I like to maximize fun in my life and have as much fun as possible. And biking is a great way to keep my mind and body in balance. And I absolutely love it. And I've created a life where I don't need a car. A lot of people ask me, how can you function without a car? And you really don't need one. And I'm lucky enough to live in Boulder. It's a very bike-friendly city. I can go grocery shopping with my bike. I can go on dates with my bike, put the girls on the handlebars. I can do everything that you do in a car with my bike. And I've always had a very environmental mindset. And if I can be a little bit nicer to Mother Nature, I think that's a good thing, and inspire other people to leave their cars in the garage and start riding their bikes to work or to the grocery store or trips that are close to home. Because as we know, the humans are having a negative impact on this planet, and due to a lot of our consumption and driving and oil and gas and all that. And biking is the easiest way to make Mother Nature happy.
Best thing that's happened on the bike so far since I started this journey, it's hard to say. You know, besides meeting so many different people that I never would have met, I don't know. You know, seeing the country at 10, 12 miles an hour just gives you time to really reflect on a lot of things, put a lot of things in perspective. And I'd say that overall, you know, ties the whole trip into itself. That's probably the best thing, just a self-discovery. Just sitting there pedaling and really getting some clarity on life.
We're leaving Austin. We're sad, but our hearts are warm and happy.
High fives, man. Good job. We'll see you guys later. Happy riding, guys.